Welcome back to the channel where we have a Lotus with us today. We also have a Brad with us today. Now, this is not any Lotus and this is not any Brad. We've mentioned quite a few times Brad, Goblin Automotive. Brad does all of our mechanical stuff. So anything like the Jensen there with no engine and gearbox in it, Cadillac with no engine and gearbox in it, it's all down to this man. So we're finally doing something for you, mate.
We are at last. My project that I've inherited from my dad, which is nice. So I want to get it done, and obviously you're the guys to paint it.
Which we appreciate. But it's not just a Lotus Esprit. Tell us a bit about it, mate.
No, it's not. So basically, Lotus in the 80s, they joined Essex Petroleum for the Formula One. They was originally supposed to build 100 of these. They built 45. This is number 2. Originally was left-hand drive, has been converted to right. This car went down to the Royal Albert Hall in 1980 with Shirley Bassett concert, I believe it was called. It's never been on the road, never been registered. We've been told we've got to make a complete car to put it back together for the DVLA to hopefully, fingers crossed, issue us a logbook and a registration for it. But yeah, that's more we can really say about it. We've rebuilt the chassis, the engine's been rebuilt, gearbox is being rebuilt. I mean, it'll be like brand new out of the factory again. But obviously this stage is the paint stage. Which
we have to try and match. So
yes.
The colour's proving a little tricky because remind me, it's Essex Blue L4.
Yeah, I've been told by Lotus, we went into Lotus Archives, they didn't have loads of information with it being a development car. They said the paint code is L44. That's as far as we got with it.
We've scanned it and the scan's average at best because it's old cellulose paint on top of fiberglass, so it reflects back differently. Bit of a challenge, but notably on the case at the minute with all the formula details that we have, all the codes and everything else. So I'm confident we will get it. We've done okay with the scan. I might overlay something. It's in the ballpark, it's workable. We can then tint it from there. But all the graphics, you've got all the graphics are done.
Yeah, they were redone. I got put by a man called Steve, actually. He's redone them for me. The only bit we haven't had done is the 002, but we've got someone who's doing that for us. But the rest of it we've all got. Glass, bonnet, everything. We've boot lids, we've got all that stuff, all the deck lids and bits like that. It's just a case of really putting a giant jigsaw puzzle back together.
It's a nice, straightforward one for us. Lou's already said with excitement that he loves fiberglass, so I'm going to leave it to him. What we'll do is we'll carry this video through with progress of what we're doing here and how we go about dealing with this, much like the Lotus Elan. So we'll do the whole build here on the body, then we'll go back over to Brad, and when Brad's done, hopefully, and it's on the road, we'll do like a follow-up so you can see it all done.
Oh, we're definitely done. I'm trying to hopefully get it into the NEC this time next year, fingers crossed, but it's going to be tight with everything else we've got to do.
So pressure's on you, mate. Yeah, we've got other stuff for you. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Weekend, long hours it's going to be to try and get something that I've wanted to do, which I can remember from a child, because this has been in my family since before I was even born. So it's something I'd like to see finished.
It'll please your dad as well.
It will, yeah. He'll be over the moon when he sees it's done. So
good stuff.
Yeah, nice to take it out for him and actually go for a pint in it for once.
Right, we'll leave that there and we'll start taking some paint off of your car, mate.
Yeah, go for it.
Right.
Don't scratch it.
First job on this then, which Bo's cracking on with now, is we've got to get these graphics off. Now, a few people, this is up on our Facebook as well and Instagram. A couple of people have said, where are you getting the graphics done? I don't really know. It's not down to us. Brad's already sorted that, as I think he's already said in the intro to this. He's got a man in the Lotus Club that has reproduced all of these. So the Essex bit on the back here, the commemorative sticker, it's all been reproduced exactly as it is on the car now. So we can just crack on, as Bo is doing now, just gently warming this up, peeling back all the graphics. That will be our first job on this car. And from that stage, we will then hit it quite heavy and aggressive with the 80 grit to get a lot of this back where it's all micro blistered up, which I don't think we really covered yet, but there's loads of micro blistering here in the original paint. So we're going to get all of that dealt with. We are leaving, there's a couple of bits of glass still in the car which are quite heavily bonded and not available. So we are going to leave them well alone, as is Brad's request. the heated rear glass, can't get it, and it's got a heater element in it. So rather than trying to unbond these and risk damage, they're set back really well into the car and have trims around the outside as well, so they'll stay in place. These trims here have got plenty of give and lift, so we'll tuck some proper trim tape under there. And that'll be absolutely no problem at all. There'll be no hard edges. It'll be good to go. So pushing on now, graphics off, hit it hard with the 80 grit, and then into Noble for Classic Car Classic Epoxy, the big heavy duty yellow stuff. So we'll probably get some GoPro footage and see you in the booth very soon. Back from the Christmas break where the previous part of this video was filmed. As you can see now, the Lotus is stripped, the panels are off, all the graphics are off. This has been Beau's little project, and obviously he's been away for a little bit. He's now back, raring to go, but been really busy stripping down these panels. As we've already covered, the glass and the frames and things like that, these are really well bonded in there, and Brad's keen for us not to break any of those bonds. So we're leaving all of this in, taping up to and under the trims, but basically Beau's been working getting off all the flaky, crusty, cruddy old paint and trying to get a bit of shape back into the doors. Now you can see here where we've gone down to gel coat, and in places we've then gone down to fiberglass. Or Beau's gone down to fiberglass. And despite appearances, that is now really, really straight. So we've got a lot of defect out of the original mould before we've applied anything. So we've now got a much straighter panel to begin with. At this stage, we're going to put all of this into Noble's epoxy. We use Noble's Classic Epoxy, which is the yellow material, which you'll see in a minute. It's a real good, it's got a good amount of build. It's a really good foundation layer for any fiberglass work that we're doing, or that you might be doing. So that's the next stage. Beau's just going to clean down, degrease, mask up, get in the booth and get these into the epoxy. This panel here, I mean, we can't convey this very well at all in film, but this part of the engine cover, if we run our hand down there, it is unbelievably wobbly and wavy. And this is quite a thin piece here. You can see the amount of flex in it. So we've not aggressively blocked this to get any kind of shape into it, because we'll end up just with really thin fiberglass. So we'll get it into the epoxy, which gives us our foundation that won't shrink and move. Once we've done that, we'll probably put a whole wipe of fiberglass through the top of this panel and be able to then block that flat. To a point, you don't want it too flat, because fiberglass cars aren't like metal cars. They're not arrow straight. And sometimes they look a bit odd when they are. But certainly big areas like this where it is all over the place, we'll get that nicely squared away. So you'll get cleaning and degreasing. We'll get it all in the booth. We'll probably put the GoPro on you. Smile and wave. And get some epoxy down. So that's the next stage. Work's well underway now, as you can see, obviously with the body. We've covered the panels, they're already done in epoxy. As some of you know, we're quite active on social media with Facebook and Instagram. And a few people have made comment about what do you do when you get through the gel coat? Are you going to re-gel coat the car? Are you taking it all off? So I thought we'll just pause now and just sort of run through a couple of bits briefly. We have talked about the epoxy primer before, but With a fiberglass car, it seems people put a lot of emphasis and a lot of importance on the gel coat. The gel coat is purely cosmetic. It is a finishing surface. Not all fiberglass cars even have gel coat. Most Corvettes, right back to 53 and up, they didn't have any gel coat. The fiberglass was finished in a resin to such a level that they could get away with just priming and painting it. Gel coating became a more cost-effective way of quickly finishing a car in the mould and preparing on for paint. So gel coat isn't critical. It really isn't critical. It offers no strength whatsoever. It is purely a finishing surface. And it's flexible, which is great, but it also brings with it problems of cracking where it flexes and moves. So if we look here at the various different layers, the grey here is a primer coat, the bits of red here is fiberglass, the finished matted fiberglass surface, and the white is the gel coat. So as Bo's working his way through this and ironing out imperfections, he is breaking through in some places down to the fiberglass. Now you can't, that's perfectly smooth. There's no texture there, it is smooth. And it's not weak, it's not thin, it's just where broken through the outer surfaces to reveal the fiberglass matting there. So our process is we substitute the gel coat for the epoxy. And the epoxy we use is Nova Classic Car Classic epoxy. Now we talk a lot about the epoxy products that we use, and on, say, actually the Cadillac behind me here in the sort of olive green colour, that's the hybrid anti-corrosion epoxy. Relatively new from Noble, they brought that out about 2 years ago now. Prior to that, it was always the yellow epoxy. The yellow, they're both fantastic products, but they have different purposes now. The hybrid epoxy is quite a thin coat. We'd put 3 coats on the Cadillac. Now the technical data sheet is going to show 35 to 50 microns per coat. So, and it's a maximum of 3 coats. So the maximum build you're going to get there is 150 microns. The classic epoxy, you're looking at 80 to 100 microns per coat. And you can stack that up to 3 coats. We've only gone 2 coats on the panels, and we'll go 2 coats again on the body. So we're looking at around about 200 microns, which is a nice amount of build that it'll iron out any imperfections within that in an epoxy. Now, epoxy is incredibly durable. It's chemically resistant. It doesn't shrink and it doesn't move, but it chemically adheres. So any flex in the body, material goes with it. So it doesn't shrink. And it's a tough product, but it's not a hard product in as much as it will shrink and crack. It doesn't. So it works really, really well on fiberglass. We'll coat the whole car in that, and then we'll go over and lightly block it in a 320, possibly even a 180. I mean, it's that durable. Just to iron out and smooth out, ready for primers, a high build primer. We'll block that back down. The primer itself will be an epoxy primer as well. So it's all epoxy coating before colour. So we've got no concerns. We don't have to worry about gel coats or anything like that. It's kind of like the lead analogy. It's old school technology. And this is proven process. We've done this before. We've got, I'll try and get a link up here somewhere. We've got the Lotus Elan video we did. We did quite a few Lotuses, TVRs, fiberglass cars. And this is a fail-safe way, never failed us. Really great products, great process for a great car. So we'll leave Bo to it now, making his mess, turning into a smurf. And we'll catch up with him probably in the booth now, doing GoPro footage, getting the car into epoxy. We're probably calling time on this as an introduction, because again, with everything we do on social media, people keep seeing this car in the background and chasing us for information. So I think we're gonna do a shorter video, but let you guys know all about the car rather than keep answering the YouTube, Facebook and social media comments. So over to Bo. There we go. I won't waffle on too much now, but the body is all prepped now. Bo's been working through. He's got all of the poor paint off of it. Obviously, we've not taken the whole thing back because there's areas where the paint was really, really good. Down inside these buckets and bowls where it's not subjected to the sun and various other conditions. It's really nice, stable base. So he's gone round. We're all prepped up now. He's degreasing as we speak. It's nice and warm in here. Let's have a t-shirt on for a change. So we will now go through with Noval for Classic Car, Classic Epoxy, the yellow, as you've seen before. As we discussed in the previous clip, we'll get this all loaded up and we'll have the good old GoPro working away as well. We'll come back afterwards just to show you it in its form and wrap the video up, ready to move on to the shaping, priming, and getting this back into its colour.
All right, mate.
Body now all into epoxy, which is a bit of a test run because our table here is what we used on the Elan and what was it we did, TVR. This is quite a bit higher, so it's a bit of a stretch up here, so it's a bit of a test run as to how we're going to do the final paint. But we're all into epoxy now. We've not gone overboard masking the underside because that's all going to get coated anyway in Cobra. So a bit of overspray with the epoxy. We're going to wrap this video up now. As I said earlier, it's just to introduce you to the car because plenty of people keep asking. In the next part, we will go through, we'll basically block the epoxy down. We've gone 3 coats of epoxy on here. It's now baked and cured. We'll leave it over the weekend just to really settle down. So we've got a nice thick shell of epoxy over there now. Block it, shape it, get it into primer, move forward in the next video. So thanks for watching. Hit subscribe to catch the next part of the Lotus video in the not too distant future.